Happy Tuesday. I hope it's been a fantastic Tuesday. I am going to read a nursery rhyme. And that nursery rhyme is, Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty little maids in a row. Now, sounds pretty kind of kiddie fun, right? Well, me and my crazy brain, I decided to look up some of the history of the poem, and well, one of the historical contexts that they kind of think it refers to is Mary, the mother of Jesus, and the bells being Sanctus bells, and the cockle shells is representative of a saint, and the other pretty maids were the other Marys. But if you go down deeper, it could also be talking about Mary I, who was daughter of Henry VIII, and I don't know if you all know this, but she was referred to as Bloody Mary back in her time for beheading, and also had some significance to do with she couldn't have a child. She had many miscarriages, and that's kind of sad. But anyway, I'm getting off track. What I was wanting to say is, just like that cutesy or not so cutesy nursery rhyme that many of us have read or heard as a child, has multiple meanings depending on the context or the time period. With that being said, we are all basically like a garden, because what we sow inside of us and in our minds is what we grow. And what we plant down is what we bloom. And we have a choice of whether we want to plant things like love, kindness, and compassion, something that's really pretty, or we can grow things like anger, bitterness, fear, resentment, which is, I think, a garden of weeds, but it's what we cultivate in ourselves that comes out and comes forward and represents who we are. And so we have to be careful with our gardens and make sure that we are nurturing them with the right things, and we're not allowing any of those yucky weeds that we need to pull out come in and affect our gardens, because it's a reflection of us and what we reflect out to the world. So I hope that made a little bit of sense to you, and I hope it gives you something to kind of think about. I'm going to end with Colossians 2:7, Let your roots grow down into Him, and let your lives be built on Him. Then your faith will grow. Strong in truth, you were taught, and you will overflow with thankfulness. So, see, we can grow things that feel good and make us light and joyful, or we can be overcome with weeds that just make us feel bad and live kind of in a dark place. So let's just think about what we're cultivating, because I know I like to cultivate pretty things. So let's cultivate that. But everyone has free will and free choice, but it'd be a lot better if we cultivated the good. I'm going to leave you with that, and I want you to know that you're worthy, you're special, you are enough, you got this, and